Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited that you decided to join us. And if you're not, well, I'm excited that you decided to join us as well. I really need to get like my intro down, but I have yet to probably say the same one like multiple times. But today we are building in the Sims 4 the Sims 4. Sorry, I haven't done a lot of talking today. I'm home alone. My boyfriend is at work, so we're just kind of me and the cats, and it's kind of hard to talk to the cats because they can't really hold a conversation. But anyway, we're building a penthouse, which is a lot I haven't built before. I don't think I've ever built a penthouse lot before, but I found this really cool reference image on Pinterest, and I was like, this would look amazing in what is this, San Myshuno, of kind of, I think this is in the arts district, but it kind of reminds me of the spice district. I really like that kind of style. It's not like my preferred style, but I like how it looks in The Sims. But I figured out how to like get rid of this wall. I had to look up a tutorial on how to like get rid of it, but I did, and using the tool mod, it was really easy. And that's kind of like one of the main things that was in the reference image. I'm not gonna like show the reference image because that's like copyright issues, but it was very nice. Anyway, but this a penthouse that we're building is for, I imagined either like a mom and dad or like, I don't know, just a couple. Oh my goodness, I am having trouble with my words today. Just a couple, and I imagined that one of the Sims was really into art, and then the other Sim was a doctor. And I hadn't imagined that the Sim was gonna. Wait, had I? I don't remember. I don't quite remember how I was influenced by the doctor career or not, but I don't think it was Little Simsy because I feel like I didn't watch her live stream that long ago, but maybe it was. She had a sim in her not so berry challenge, I believe, that was in the doctor. I don't remember exactly. Like, I had never played the not so berry challenge before, so I'm not quite sure what generation it was, but I know it was the one where like halfway through they have a midlife crisis and they change careers. But they were talking about a doctor, and I was like, I have never built a place with a doctor sim in mind. So I imagined that one of these sims was a doctor and the other one was very artsy because they have a nice art studio loft area upstairs. But right now we're just kind of making the entranceway to the loft, and I ended up using this door from the werewolves pack, which is something I honestly thought I'd never use, but I thought it just looked really good. I wish that there was some not as worn down ones, but I got it to work and it didn't look terrible. I wish there was like some newer, like some freshly painted ones, but I mean, you gotta work with what you have, right? And right now we're just kind of, I really had no idea like what I was doing. I was like, I just kind of want to have a brick building with the mosquito windows and like this glass wall roof thing. And I wanted to be for like an artsy sim and a doctor. I had no clue right now if I was making it for a family or just like one sim or like the couple. But it does end up being for a family. I imagined that they had two kids, a boy and a girl in my mind, but you can obviously change it to fit whatever you want. And I really liked how like the sunroom is kind of really cool, but I'll talk about that when we get there. Right now we're still kind of working on the exterior. I guess there's not too much new going on with me. I am not at school today, which is nice. I really enjoy, so the school I go to, I have to student teach for a whole year. And since I'm student teaching for a whole year, I only have to go 4 days a week, which is really nice. I mean, I'm supposed to use this day off like to work on my online classes, which I am going to do. I'm going to take a test and work on some of my other classes, but it's also nice because it's just a nice day off to like not do anything and not have to worry about work. Although I could work if I wanted to. It's just, you don't want to burn yourself out. Like that is probably one of the worst things you could do. But now we're actually in the entryway, and I get this side table from the Blooming Rooms kit that I've never used, and I thought it was like the perfect use because it's not gonna, I don't know, I just think like in an entryway it would work perfect. Sorry, I just totally like, it's like maybe I should start talking about the build again, but I don't know, I think sometimes it's kind of nice just to sit here and talk about myself and be a little selfish. I really liked this archway that I put to the outside. I had no clue what I wanted to put in it. Like, ideally, I really wanted to put a motorcycle, but like, obviously we don't have motorcycles in The Sims 4, so I think I ended up putting a bike in there. But I really wanted to put a motorcycle, but I was like, we don't have that. And I wanted something to look cool because you'd obviously see it. Another thing that I did that I really liked was I kind of put fences along like the little shorter pieces of the walls. So I was like, this is kind of a safety hazard. Like someone could just like jump off. And I mean, someone could still jump off, but now like your toddler isn't going to waddle off the side of the building. Not that would happen in The Sims, but I was like, Another thing that I did that's kind of weird in this build is I decorated this bathroom first. And I have no idea why I did that. I was just like, this is going to be a bathroom. And I tried to make laundry work in this bathroom, but I end up putting it in the other bathroom that's on this floor. And I'm pretty sure I don't include that in the speed build, but it is in the screenshots at the end if you want to see that. And this build is available for download on the gallery under my origin ID, which is alisonlogue, alisonlogue, or under hashtag alpalsgames. But anyway. But yeah, I literally decorated this bathroom first, and I was like, now looking back, I'm like, why did I do that? I never decorate bathrooms first. I literally probably usually save them till the end, but I don't know, maybe I was feeling inspired. I think I just kind of wanted to put a laundry in, and I was like, I better do this before I forget. Oh my goodness, I keep yawning. I'm very sorry. I am a little sleepy, but not too bad. Another thing I did in this build is I used a lot of beams, which is something I usually don't use, I guess, just because they're kind of, I don't know, sometimes they're annoying to look at, but I don't know. This build came out looking, honestly, better than I was expecting, but I do really like how it turned out. I also use these jungle adventure counters, and island pieces to kind of make a little peninsula here. And another thing that I did in this build, I don't know if we're going to jump into it right away. No, I think we got a little bit before it'll actually come into effect. I think I still have to like floor plan. Like, I literally haven't floor planned the other side. I have no clue what I was doing. I was like, well, this is going to be the kitchen. And then I was like, oh, we probably need a dining table. And I was like, oh, let's get a big one over here. And then this is where I realized, like, I had no idea how many Sims are going to be living. So I, like, put a table down, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to go floor plan over here. So we got a living room, and then we have a big 3x3 bathroom, and then an office space. And then here I was like, I'm going to need this to be a little wider. So then I just, bloop, make it a little bigger, and then I split it into 2 bedrooms. And then the parents' room ends up being upstairs, kind of in that room. And I expand that a little more because I wanted to give them an ensuite, but that's at the way end of the video, so we have a while. I also used another one of these archways from the werewolves on the interior because, I don't know, I really liked bringing the brick throughout a lot of the penthouse. And I don't know, here's where I moved the washer and dryer. I was like, no. And then I put just the shower from Seasons, and I kind of shove it into the wall so it doesn't have the stones. And here's what I was talking about before with the kitchen with a little table in it. I usually don't do this because it's not functional, but I really liked how it looked. And here I'm just trying to decide which chair I want. You'll see me scrolling, and I was like, all right, I like these chairs the best, so we're just gonna, and I don't know why I rotated it, but I did. And then I put an extra chair over there, and then I end up putting the same chairs in the office, which I imagined was the dad, because I put the doctor stuff in there, but it could be whoever you want the Dr. Sim to be. I also put these little planter boxes from Seasons, and I really liked how those looked. It took me, I really wanted to put the mail thing from the Everyday Clutter Kit, coming out from these entryway things, but I couldn't get it to work with a tool mod, and I was like, you know what, I don't even want it that bad. So I was just like, whatever. And I also used this rug from I think I used the Get Together one that's supposed to look like a stone, but I really liked how it looked in the space. And I also used this distressed rug, which is a rug I never use because I personally am not a huge fan of red, but I used a lot of red in this build. And so, I don't know, the rug just seemed to fit so well in here. And then I'm just adding these, like, build your own size curtains from the Oasis Luxe. Yeah, Oasis Luxe kit, maybe. And I used a lot of things that I never use in this build because I don't really build industrial, like, edgy builds that much, other than that one cozy apartment I did. And I'll try to remember to add a card up to that. That apartment I kind of built based on one of my best friends, who we were roommates in college, and she just texted me and told me that we might not be able to have supper on Friday because she has to build the set for the play she's in, and I'm like, rude. But I'll have to text her back and tell her just to quit. Just kidding, I would never tell her to do that. That was sarcasm, please. Please. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of this student yesterday. My cooperating teacher was talking about how he was happy, and he was saying it very, like, sarcastically, and the student was like, I can't tell if you're joking or not. He's like, but I'm happy, see? And he's like, I still can't tell. And it was just like this ongoing thing throughout the entire class, and it was very funny. I'm sorry. They just kind of like, you had to be there joke, but I was like, maybe I should talk about it, because lately I've been really only talking about the builds, and I don't know, I want to try to have a good mix of, like, normal conversations, but also builds. I did cut out me cluttering out that thing because it took me forever, but you can see now that it's all cluttered up. And I don't know, I kind of like doing that, but at the same time I don't like doing that because it makes a space look very busy. And personally, I would rather, I don't know, just have things in cupboards than on shelves, because it just feels very cluttered. But I think this is pretty much, I get a rug in the kitchen, and then that's pretty much the entire kitchen. There is no bin in the kitchen, but there's a trash chute, like, right outside the door, and then I do end up putting, like, a full-size bin outside the door I'll put here in the living room, which is where we're going to start decorating next. Oh, just kidding. I had to put a little side table and a speaker and a plant over here, and I really liked how that looked. I had no clue what I was going to do with the space, and I was like, well, we'll just do a little side table and maybe a radio. Yeah. But I also used the, what is that called? It's like a curtain made of vines. Like, I don't quite know what it is, but it's from the Blooming Rooms kit, and I used it in the fitness influencer loft, and I'll try to remember to link that up in a card as well. But I don't know, it doesn't feel like a very realistic thing, but it is gorgeous. So I like to try to use it when I can. And then now we're in the living room, like I said, and right outside that door is where I put, like, 2 big trash cans from Get Together, I believe, because one of them's green and then one of them's white. They're like those wooden ones. But I got this sectional from the Dream Home Decorator kit. Not kit, game pack. But I don't like putting things up against the wall. Like, I don't like putting couches up against the wall. I don't know, for me, for some reason, I think it's probably ingrained in my head from my mom, because, like, we'd had this rocking chair growing up that was, like, fairly close to the wall, and anytime you'd rock on it, it'd hit the wall, and she'd be like, hey, pull that thing away from the wall. So, I guess maybe that's, like, internally in my head, so maybe I'll have to do a build where I put the couch against the wall. I mean, there's definitely times where I, like, put like outside furniture against the wall, but never like living room furniture, I guess, other than, like, obviously, like, this TV console. But yeah, so that's a little bit of childhood trauma sprinkled in there for this long voiceover. We're not even done yet, which is mind blowing. One thing I did do is I did put that chest clutter from the Everyday Clutter kit in here. Oh, I also included a dog in this build. I completely keep forgetting that I did that, but I have everything for the dog in the build, so I'm like, why am I forgetting this? But anyway, sorry. I did put a chest table in there, and then I end up putting a chest table in this office space, just because, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I do really like the swatch of this desk, and I thought about changing it, but I was like, this looks perfect in here, and I literally have I don't have any other idea. Oh my goodness, words are hard. When I'd be able to use this swatch of the desk, because I really like kind of more not like this grayish wood color, but I don't know, it really looked nice in here. And here's this gallery wall I think I mentioned earlier that I made for the sim. It's got like diplomas and like that eye chart and like a graduation photo. So it just got all of the good stuff that you'll need. Oh my goodness, I'm yawning again. I'm very sorry. But it just has all of the, yeah, it's just like a nice little, very nice, very nice, very nice. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. And I'm cluttering up the desk. But yeah. And we get a bookshelf over here. Now I'm just like, what do I talk about? I'm very sorry. Honestly, if you made it this far in the video and you're not my boyfriend, I am very proud of you, because I personally have no clue what I'm talking about, but we're just going to finish cluttering up this desk. We got a dirty mug, some sticky notes. What else did I put on here? Oh yes, some glasses, a plant. No, yeah, a plant. I just got a different one because I overused the single, like, very small plant. And then we get, like, a red and greenish, like, rug. Yep. And now we're going to go do the teenage daughter's room. I imagine that she was, like, more of a preteen, but you could play with these two as twins if you wanted. Just because I gave her this bunk bed from Dream Home Decorator. So I imagine she was on the slight younger side. But I did give her, like, a guitar, and obviously, like, I don't believe the kids can play guitar unless, no, like, I don't think the kids can play guitar. So there is that, I guess. But I don't know, I really like how her room came together, and then when I went to go take screenshots, all of the clutter was gone. So I was like, this is quite rude of you, game. I don't know why you're doing this to me. But I used this desk, I believe it's from high school years. I used it in the Discover University housing video that I just did. I mean, I used a lot of desks, and I also used this same exact mirror. So, but I don't think I used them in the same room, no, because in that one I used it in the drama students with the mirror, and then the desk I think was in one of the art students. I also used this cookie rug in this build, which I'm very proud of myself for, because I never use this cookie rug, because I'm like, it's the strangest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen a rug shaped like a cookie before. So I was like, I don't know how to use this, but I was like, I'll use it as like a little desk thing. I used a lot of the pastel pop kit in this room, along with the everyday clutter kit in high school years, and Dream Home Decorator, and Tiny Living, and Base Game, which is probably a lot of what is in this build. Dream Home Decorator, high school years, those kind of packs. And then I use this egg chair, and I absolutely love this egg chair that came with high school years. It's adorable. And I put up little fairy lights, because I imagined that she wasn't quite into like the harsh LED lights. She kind of wanted something a little more simpler and a little more light, and I don't want to say light and airy because it's a light, but kind of light and airy. I like cluttered up this desk, gave her a little bathrobe and this little laundry basket that came with Base Game, and then I put some clutter from the not from the everyday clutter kit, from the high school years on top of it, so it looks like it's kind of a little overflowing. And I put a Base Game wallpaper to add some texture, and then I thought about adding like a little stand here, but then I was like, and here's where I give her the guitar. And then I also put the pet bed in here for the little dog. I imagine that she had like a little Pomeranian or maybe like a little Yorkie. Just kind of, I don't know, something that she like had convinced her parents to get when she was a child, and now like the dog is like a little bit older. Oh my goodness. A little bit older, but like, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cute. And now in the brother's room, this is, oh my goodness. Well, we have been going for 20 minutes, so I don't blame my voice for wanting to give out, but we're almost done, voice. You gotta power through it for me, okay? I made a little, like, gaming closet. I'm very sorry if you were just triggered by me, not blowing, but, like, just kind of, like, clearing my throat. But I gave him this, RBG, like, setup, And I gave him this extra, like, monitor to kind of, I don't know. I've never streamed before, but I'm thinking about probably streaming once I hit 100 subscribers. So there's that, I guess. I guess I finally aired that out, but once I am up to 100 subscribers, I'll probably put a poll and see if we'd be interested in me streaming on Twitch, probably like once a week. It'd probably be like Sundays or like Friday nights or something like that. Not quite sure exactly yet, but who knows, maybe. But anyway, I imagine that he was kind of used gaming as like a side hustle, but he like enjoyed it, but like primarily used as a side hustle, and he really, really enjoys snowboarding. But obviously in San Myshuno, he can't do a lot of snowboarding, so I imagine he looks forward to like maybe the family's yearly trip to Mount Komorebi. Mount Komorebi? Yeah. I imagine they like Christmas there or something like that. Kind of like how like the rich families go to like Aspen or something like that. I don't know, that's what I was imagining. And then I get this snowboard out to like rotate it and put it on the wall. And then like I had to go back out with Tool and then come back into the game. So we lost that and the bathroom footage, but that's okay. And then this tiny bit, but it's honestly just base game stuff. So you're not missing too much. And now we're just going to finish decorating. This is the loft space. Sorry, I guess I didn't quite tell you what it is, but it is the loft space. I imagine that the mom kind of worked from home as an artist, and it kind of gave her the freedom to like raise her kids independently, but also kind of make some money while at home, which I think is a great option. And I really wanted to include a bar, but I was like, it's just too big. So I end up putting the globe bar in here, which I think is kind of interesting. It's not something I include in a lot of my builds, and I'm not 100% sure it fits up here, but I think the quirkiness kind of adds something to it. And then I used the coffee table from the Paranormal kit. I didn't know what it was from. Not kit, stuff pack. Goodness, there's too many things. But I used the card table from the little campers kit, I believe. I believe it is. But yeah, so this is pretty much a space, and then we're just gonna fix this one wall and add a little piece of artwork, and then we're gonna go into the parents' bedroom, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna go to the parents' bedroom, and I'm gonna use the same exact bed that I used in the cozy apartment that I had linked before. Added a little card to. I shouldn't say linked. Added the card to, and I added an ensuite bathroom that just has like a double vanity and the same shower from downstairs and a toilet and just some clutter. But yeah, and I also add like a nice little walk-in closet over here on the way out the door. I really liked how that turned out. It was kind of cute, and I really, really love what I do with the paintings to the right by the bathroom door. But we're gonna not clutter up, but what is it? Design, build, interior decorate the closet, and all of this stuff that I used was from the Dream Home Decorator pack, which I really love. I love being able to make like custom closets. I really enjoy how it turns out when I do make these like custom pieces. But yeah. I don't know, I guess now I'm like, what do I talk about again? What are we doing? We're just adding some shoes and some other clutter, and then I don't mind those shoes I put up on top. I had to put them there so that the shoes would stop clipping to those places, but as you see, they're gone now. And now we're gonna put a little mirror over here, the City Living mirror. I love that mirror so much. It's just so big, it's kind of hard to use. And I also never use this rug just because I imagine like the texture on it isn't the softest, which is, I don't know, probably just my touch of the tism. But here you'll see what I'm going to talk about with these koi fish. I like rotated it with Tool so it looked like they were like mirror images of each other, and it just like turned out really, really cute. And I don't know, it just is adorable. And now we're cluttering up these bedside tables. This is all from the industrial loft kit, the bed and the bedside tables. And the one side I like put like a phone watch and like keys out because I imagine that the dad like sometimes gets like is like on call and has to go into the office and um go into the office. I mean, not the office, go into the hospital and like maybe he has to perform a surgery or something. And here's what I was talking about. I end up putting like a garage door, like a fire prevention system, and a bike out here. And then up above the parents' room, I end up putting the base game hot tub. And, oh yeah, I like put all the other alarm stuff in because I was like, oh, I'm missing all this other stuff. I put an observatory outside, and then out by the living room door, oh yeah, I realized that I need to fix the roofing. But yeah, for the base game hot tub, some loungers, a drink tray, just kind of like my basic things I put outside, I guess. But yeah, I think we're gonna get towards the end of the video. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel. There'll be a new build up on Sunday. And I post twice a week, not bi-weekly, post twice a week. And I'm very excited for the builds that I have coming with a new expansion pack, Growing Together. And I'm very excited for the live stream coming up. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!